Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Larry. From the home of the Falcons since 1992, there's a look inside the Georgia Dome, just on the outskirts of downtown Atlanta. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Ground game here with a tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Now, it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
All right, here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Beckham complete. They give him 12 yards and a first down. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They give it to him right up the gut. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a third and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And they'll run it here. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
That's pulled in at the 32. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but even...
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hand.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. It was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, L.A. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he... So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slam. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does in the best.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rear-view mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, it might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that and he's not in sync with what they're doing up front, well, this is when you end up with plays like this. A bad one for the offense, a really good one for the defense.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is a beauty as that ball is going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Fresh set of downs here. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some holes.
And they were able to identify the players they wanted early in the process. Got a little bit of luck as some guys may have fallen to them. But for the most part, knew their philosophy and stuck to it.
a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. Look at the time. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, if you're going to give him that kind of time, he's just going to shred you.
You might as well put a sofa out there for him. I mean, that's unbelievable because I don't care who you are in coverage. With that amount of time, someone's going to shake free, and he's going to be able to throw the ball with a whole lot of confidence.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Rams add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before that. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side.
Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Let's go.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They come up in an offset eye. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Gone.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole 2nd half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, 3rd quarter, let's get to it. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check.
And they'll go on the ground. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Room here to run. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. He's having a nice little game, maybe on